Hello everyone, I am Dattatray Nikam. Welcome you all on our channel eFunda. New day, new topic. And our today's topic is input output list for control system part 12D. This is the continuous series of instrumentation engineering video where we are going to cover input output list for the control system. Please visit to our channel and watch all the engineering and project related videos created specifically for your benefit, and similarly go to the instrumentation and control engineering videos where you can see all the videos so as to maintain the continuity of the topic, and that will help you to understand today's topic. Our today's topic is input output list. For that you should have a complete background of instrumentation index. For that, watch all the videos created on eFunda, and don't forget to subscribe. Input output list or control system. Input and output list are elements of a system to perform specific activity. Some form of a signal to system as an input and desired signal from system, that is output, are required. The list of these combination signal are called as input output list for control system. One can see the block diagram where you can see input is coming to the control system and the output will be taken out from the control system so as to perform the specified or defined task. Instruments with the tag number, the cable connected to the control system appear in the IO list. These signals may be analog, that is AIAO, varying signal in terms of 4 to 20 milliamps, or digital, that is a discrete DIDO, either 0 or 1 form. In control system design, DCS, PLC or SCADA systems are used. Therefore, the control system loading tag need to be identified and segregated based on the project specification. For better understanding and simplicity, an IO list is the number of input coming to the control system from the field and the number of output to the field control element controlled by control systems are defined. This is called input output list for the control system. Typical content of IO list. For better understanding of the IO point, one should refer control system basic wiring practice, where one can see the signal coming from the field devices from process area or a field to the control room where the marshalling cabinets are installed, and further the cable from the marshalling cabinet going to the control room where the system cabinets, that is the DCS or the PLC systems, are being installed, and from there one data communication cable is going to the operator room where one can see the IO and their functionality on their operator desk. So an IO list is primarily consist of the following information: tag number, loop number, service description, PNID number, type of instrument, location, IO type, control system, range or a set point. These are the typical IO points are required in one IO list. The information given in an IO list may be as simple as that given above. However, some project requires a detailed IO list to include an alarm list, controller action, and a logic 0 or logic 1 description. It could be also include IO number assignment containing a rack, slot, and channel number. And this information is to be provided by the control system vendor so as to have the complete IO list for particular project. Concept of IO identification: input to the controller from the field. The signal is called an analog input, that is AI signal. The transmitter produces an electronic varying signal from 4 to 20 milliamps. One can see the analog signal where the graph is shown on y and x axis. The analog signal is plotted where one can see the waveform of this analog signal, and in another figure one can see the interface, that is a field and control room interface, how the signal is coming from the field transmitter to the control room, that is a analog input. Output from the controller to the final control element is also a continuously varying signal. This signal is called as analog output, that is AO. One can see in a figure where the signal is coming out from the control room to the final control element. The controller also produces an electronic output varying from 4 to 20 milliamp. This is how the signal concept IO identification is done for the analog signal. Concept of IO identification continuation to the digital signal. This is a discrete signal. This means that the signal is either available or not available. This type of signal is represented by a voltage level, that is a 0, no signal, or a low signal, or a 1, high signal. One can see below the discrete signal waveform. One can analyze that how the step function is done, and accordingly it will be easy to understand digital input, that is a DI. The signal coming from the field to the controller in the control room is called a DI signal. The digital output, that is a DO. This is a signal from controller to the final control element, say the control valve, to take corrective action or respond accordingly. Such a signal is called digital output signal. IO list instrumentation deliverable. The IO list can be referred from below table, where tag number, instrument type, location, PNID, power supply, loop number, etc. are also included as part of the input output list to the control system vendor. For better understanding, please watch all the videos related to the instrumentation topic, where exclusively instrument index is covered, so that you will understand how the flow loop control or a pressure level and temperature loop are represented in the instrument list. That will help you to filter out the input output list from the instrument index. Now one can see the in a figure where the signal, that is for the flow transmitter, that is a DP flow transmitter, the analog input from the field is coming to the control room, that is to the control system. Similarly, in the same loop, flow control valve getting analog output from the controller so as to have the regulated output. And this is how the typical input output list is prepared. One should remember that IO points or IO type is considered with respect to control systems only. That means whether it is input to the control system or output from the control system. This is how we have to prepare the instrument list. Please study the instrument list and practice some problem to prepare the instrument index, and accordingly filter out IO list for further detail and design engineering of a control system. Input output list for control system. Input document required are instrument index, filter all the tag number that have an input and output signal to make the consolidated IO list with respect to control system. Instrument index help to extract IO list or IO count for control system design engineering. And the purpose of this document is, purpose of this IO list, an IO list is used to determine the size of the control system required by the project by counting how many IOs exist within a plant by each control system. This will give you the details of each control system capabilities. This is how input output list helps during detail and design engineering or particularly control system design. And with this, we are concluding on our today's topic, that is input output list for the control system. Please refer to the instrument index and understand how the concepts are being implemented while depicting the instruments from the PNIDs as a consolidated summary of an instrument so as to get the filtered IO list. The format for the IO list may vary from project to project and client requirement as mentioned in this video. Accordingly, study the document and have a good success while preparing input output list for the control system. And if you are new to our channel, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press bell icon to get the latest notification first reach to you personally. Thanks for watching.